Alright, hello everyone and welcome back to a daily update of my 1000 day challenge. This is day 53, so let's get things started. Right, actually I've just updated in terms of my chart. That's why you're seeing me starting with Bitcoin, but let's just get back right into it. So for S&P 500, like what I mentioned, I was leaning towards a downside break, and true enough it did. So you can see they break very nicely, in fact reaching this key primary support one, which I was looking at. There's a very nice support that came in. So sadly I didn't put buy limit order over here for S&P 500 because I have a good enough position in it. I wasn't looking to add that early in that sense, but seeing that today has formed this candle yesterday, I do intend to add potentially if it could be within this range, which means it's between the 3002 to 3003 range. Max 3003 is where I will look to add a little bit of position into it. All right, and oddly enough, Nasdaq actually was a little bit more bullish than expected. It didn't hit this first zone yet. So yeah, hopefully there could be more downside here. I will potentially put some buy orders over here and also buy orders over here. I also have buy orders in individual stock, which is where I put my bulk of my portfolio in actually. All right, so yeah. Otherwise, market structure, as you can see, both are in the neutral market structure. You can pause here and take a look. Nothing too major of concern. In fact, actually, moving from today onwards, probably I'll talk less about the market structure, because if you guys are interested to understand market structure and stuff like that, you can refer to my older videos and stuff like that. What I will do is actually be stating things that I'll be doing upfront, like the actions that I'll be taking from the market structure and analysis that I've been doing. All right, and moving on to ASHR, you do see the bullish market structure still with a higher high. So I'm not looking to add right now. I still see that potentially we could have some sort of retracement. I would potentially add over here in terms of dollar cost averaging approach strategy wise. Yeah, but I have to admit, among all the four indices, ASHR does looks the most bullish in the near to short term per se. All right, and moving on to KWEB, what I do see is here there's some sort of small little retracement, nothing too severe. In fact, I could be looking to add a little bit more over here. I have to take a little look at my portfolio, see what's the available allocation I left for KWEB. And then I will add if I still have like more than 30 to 40% available. Otherwise, I would not add actually, because it's still a little bit on the higher end. And I do foresee that it could retrace further. Of course, it could be just a very nice consolidation before it breaks upwards as well. So that's the risk that I'm taking, so bear that in mind. All right, and more interestingly for Bitcoin, there's an interesting overlook yesterday. You can see in terms of market structure, I updated it, but more importantly, what I'm currently in right now is in the trade I mentioned yesterday. The sell stop order was over there. I actually entered earlier based on the Bollinger Band setup that I entered. And it almost hit my target profit actually T1 over here, but sadly it didn't. You can see that the low was actually 106, yeah, 10286. And I did mention that I would take profit at 10.25K. So is it wrong to take profits around here? The answer is no, it's not. So for me, because it didn't hit, and by the time this candle closed, it was already too high, 10411. So I risk to would have been a lot lower. Yeah, so not the ideal kind of scenario to take, but otherwise, yeah. Otherwise, I'll just stick to it for now. What I do see potentially is I will have a much tighter stop loss per se. So overall, if it does hit this price bounce up and close above this 10.75K region, that is where I will close my order in terms of price action wise. So price must not just go above, but must close above. That's one. Of course, if price just shoot up and hit here, then it will trigger my stop loss as well. Yeah. Right, so but bearing in mind, I actually entered through Bollinger Band, which means I entered upon here was the first candle of potential. Then I put a sell stop order over here, so it was triggered over here. I sold at around 10.98K actually. So I've been trailing my stop loss over here. So similarly, if it does closes above, that is where I will close I have a trailing stop loss as well. Yeah, so yeah, right now I'm just trading. Otherwise, I will just let it ride and see how low it can go. And yeah, that's more or less about it. And yeah, if you want, you can pause and take a read over here. Nothing much has changed. This is what I'll do in terms of price action, whereas in terms of my systematic trading approach, or I wouldn't say fully systematic, I would say it's a hybrid systematic approach. what I do is a pure trailing of a stop loss. But do bear in mind that, like what I mentioned, when you do a full trailing stop loss, you do experience lower in terms of probability wise, you do have more losses. But when you do wins, your wins are generally bigger. But that also means that you have to take all the trades or all the signals that come along in order to capture those key gains, which you may miss if you choose to just miss out for one day and then you just boom, and then it happened. So yeah, so bear that in mind that doing a trailing stop loss means that you have to be a lot more consistent versus taking fixed profits, say 1.5x, 2x, or even 1:1x kind of thing. Otherwise, yeah, I see potentially bouncing up actually towards near the 20 exponential moving average on a 4-hourly chart. And if we could have a clean rejection, then we could have one more wave downwards. That would be great. Otherwise, yeah, it is what it is. Let's just see how the price react to it, and yeah, I will react accordingly. So yeah, otherwise I hope you guys have a great evening, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Take care. Bye bye.